huge.
It was, yeah, it felt pretty, but like the smile plastered to my face when that was just like.
What is your profession?
I went to my doctor's. I got taken off my blood pressure medication.
How long had you been on it?
A couple of years, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went in, he put me on it. My blood pressure was 150/90, which is fairly high.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. And then when I went in and saw him the other day, it was 105/70.
Wow.
And he said, that's really low. You should probably stop taking the medication. I said, well, I do only take a half of one. And he said, yeah, but with weight loss and the diet and exercise and everything that you're doing, you're maintaining it yourself. You don't need this medication is making it too low.
Yeah.
That was a little sort of,
That's
wow.
huge.
It was, yeah, it felt pretty, but like the smile plastered to my face when that was just like.
What is your profession?
Oh!
Is that your alarm? Man, my husband would kill me.
What I said when I started this was I have, type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. And so one of them off the list. That was one of my big goals. And then he said, your last A1C was really good. He said, let's see what your next one looks like. And, maybe you can come off that too. Who knows? Nice. So I'm actually going to go and have some blood work done this weekend and then see him again. We had a conversation. Because as you start to lose weight, things start to get looser, right? And when you're not wearing really well-fitting sort of workout gear, it makes it uncomfortable. Yeah. It especially makes it uncomfortable to run, to do anything where things really jiggle. So everybody was like, oh, well, Old Navy has these, great leggings and whatnot. And I said, well, what size do they go up to? And they said, well, in store they go up to a 2X, but online you can get a 3X. Now I was at Pennington's buying a 5X when this started, and I thought, okay, well, I'll try. I'll go in, I'll see. I held them up and I thought, there's no way I'm squeezing my fat ass into these. And the woman says, trust me, just go try them on. Because, I guess even as we start to lose weight, we don't see the changes in ourselves as well as other people do. And I went in and I tried them on and it was like,
You know what I loved about that picture? Your other hand.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Well, and the reason that I took that was not so much that the leggings fit, because leggings can be stretchy, right?
So what did it feel like?
I can't describe the feeling. Probably since before my kids were born that I went into a store that wasn't solely designated, hey, you're fat, shop here. Which, and there are even stores like that make you feel too fat. I'm like, oh, we carry plus sizes from, 12 to 24. And it's like, well, what happens when you're 26? Then you're too fat for the fat girl store. Which is depressing. To be able to have choices and options that I never saw possible before. Like, it was like, if I needed jeans, I had to go one place and they were going to cost me a minimum of $100, maybe $60 or if I could find them on sale. And to walk around the mall and think, soon I'm going to be able to shop in that store and that store and that store. And
now, you've lost 70, I think you were down to 73, so 74 pounds now?
Yeah, no, I'm at 76 pounds now.
76. Your clothes back then and now.
Huge difference. I have a pile about that high stacked on my floor that I just can't wear anymore. And apparently I have a lot of clothes. All I ever wear now is workout clothes, so it doesn't really matter. But I have a lot of clothes that I've had to give away and kind of pass down to other people, and some of them are coming to you, and I know that I have to give them to you.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there's a lot of clothes that I can't wear anymore, and even clothes a month ago that I thought, hey, I can wear these, I can't wear them anymore. So going through clothes like crazy. So I'm actually not shopping right now.
That was one of the things last night when I was, I showed people pictures of the dress, and is it Lisa, James's sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She says to me, oh, did you buy that? And I said, no. She said, why? And I said, because it's a summer dress and I'm not going to be a 2X this summer.
Oh, how did you feel when you saw the video where I put the little GoPro? I looked everywhere online for that. just so you
Really?
know.
Okay. Yeah. That made me a little sick to my stomach. I'm trying to call my fear excitement. Because, yes, I'm trying to kind of switch my mindset as to I'm terrified to I'm really excited. Let's go with that.
Any thought in your mind that's like, I'm just not going to do this?
No. It's more, how the hell am I going to do this? Yeah.
Well, the how is quite easy because you just
jump.
you may be up there for a good 10 minutes holding onto it. That's
count
very
it.
normal.
Cancel your afternoons because
Yeah.
it's going to be a while.
That's why I wrote it.
You're going to watch me crying on a bridge.
Yeah. I'm going to bring a snack. I'm going to bring lunch.
You can do it.
Your family coming?
Yes.
Are we allowed to come?
Yes. I've invited everyone who's asked. 'Cause
It'll be huge.
it'll take a few people to push me. Exactly.
Buttering your fingers around the.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm really sore this week, so I've been taking
Good
it
sore or bad sore?
pretty easy.
Right.
My back is really bothering me, so I went to the chiropractor, and I've got a lot booked this week just to try to get things back in order because the middle of my back is completely out, and that's where it's all coming from. So trying to get that in order so it's not really bothering me.
How about you guys? Do you feel you haven't killed anybody yet? You're still intermittent
Everyone's
fasting?
still alive in my life. Yeah. Yeah.
You haven't been fired, none of that?
No, still have a job. No, I'm good. You know, get out of my way at noon, but
Yeah.
there's a beeline to the lunchroom.
Hi there, guys. So I just want to run through typically what I have for lunch. Because I'm intermittent fasting, my lunches have been exactly the same for the past 2 weeks. What I discovered on my first day of intermittent fasting is that when my eating window opens up at noon, I'm about ready to gnaw my arm off. So if there isn't good choices and something packed up and ready to eat, I'm very likely to make some bad choices. So what I've started doing is, of course, food prepping. So on Sundays, I get my lunches ready and have things ready to go and packed up for my week ahead. So I have eaten literally the same thing for the past 2 weeks for lunch. Let me walk you through it. My lunches consist of 2 hard-boiled eggs, which I will slather in hot sauce, half a cucumber, a cup of cottage cheese, an apple, and 2 tablespoons of butter or peanut butter for dipping because it's delicious. Mid-afternoon, I will have a protein bar. So this typically brings me to about 650 calories, which for one meal is quite a few calories. It doesn't seem like a lot of food, but they're very calorie-rich foods, I guess. But all very healthy choices, all whole foods, and it really actually fills me up for my morning. Well, not my morning, but my afternoon, because that's when I start eating. So I'll eat this for kind of my day at work, and then when I come home, I'm ready for dinner. And it's really easy. I always have these things on hand. Costco, of course, for cottage cheese is the best way to go. I haven't actually gotten sick of my lunch yet. It includes all the flavors that I like. It includes different textures. It's crispy, it's crunchy, it's flavorful. So because it's really easy to stick to, this is kind of what I'm doing right now for lunches. Usually I do leftovers, but I have been so crazy busy for the past couple weeks that I haven't really had a lot of time to cook. So I don't have a lot of leftovers in my fridge. Wednesdays are my usual crazy days, which tomorrow is a Wednesday. So I'm not even going to be home for dinner tomorrow. I do have some leftovers that I'm taking with me to work and will eat before I leave work to go to my well, I'm going to a movie tomorrow night. So usually I go to a workout Wednesday evening, so it's always a scramble to get all of my food prepped and ready to go and out of the house in the morning. So Wednesdays is a day that I have to be well prepared, and I try to stick to that. I don't eat out or not go without food because you need calories. So tomorrow I'm going to be having some leftover curry chicken soup that I made on Monday night. So it's basically just coconut milk and chicken broth, and I threw some bunch of vegetables and some chicken thighs in there. It's delicious. It's super easy, and that will be my dinner tomorrow. So that's a day in the life of my food. There's about 1,700 calories that I consume every day, so making good choices and filling those calories up with, of course, whole foods that meet my macros, so lots of protein, some healthy carbs, and some healthy fats. And that is what I'm eating. Thanks. Bye. Hi everyone. Tonight is spaghetti dinner night in my house. So the rest of my family is having pasta and spaghetti sauce with meatballs. I'm having zoodles and meatballs. So I wanted to run you through what I do for my spaghetti dinner. Just have a zucchini and my little zoodle maker. I found that zoodles are a good substitution for any pasta, really. They're really easy to make. They're really easy to cook. You just throw them in the microwave until they're warm. And they don't even have to be, fully sauteed or cooked or anything. And they take just seconds. So in enough time to heat up your sauce, your zoodles are ready. And it has lots of fiber and fills you up. Got my zoodles. Last week I made meatballs and spaghetti sauce in the slow cooker. So I froze the leftovers of that, and that's what I'm putting on my zoodles. So I'm gonna go ahead and weigh those. Let me show you my spaghetti and noodles. So those are my meatballs that I made last week. My digital scale, which has gotten a lot of use lately. My plate full of zoodles. Just need a spoon here. In my meatballs, it's essentially just ground beef and spices, cooked in tomato sauce. It was super easy to make the night before. I let it cook overnight, and then in the morning when I woke up to get to the gym, I just turned it off, and it was cool enough by the time I got home to put in the fridge and be ready for dinner. So I have 7.7 ounces of meatballs here, which is a lot, but because I'm intermittent fasting, turn you around, I tend to have 2 meals a day. So my 2 meals have fairly high calories. And then I'm actually going to grate a little bit of low-fat mozzarella cheese over top. Makes it all gooey and cheesy. This is a really easy meal. It's like 5:30. I walked in the door 10 minutes ago. My dinner is essentially made. So it's a really easy meal, really simple to make, and especially with a little bit of planning beforehand, making your meatballs, you can make a pretty easy meal that's made from scratch in just a few seconds.
It's actually easier because I don't have to worry about making breakfast in the morning and finding time to shovel it and that sort of thing. So it actually has streamlined my morning. I'm good.
I feel extremely hungry this week.
Yeah?
Like I wanted to eat everything all the time. I don't know why, but I don't know.
you do.
Well, yeah. But like I don't know. The 1,500 is feeling very low.
Very tight. Maybe you know what we should do? We should do a quick weigh-in. Yep. You're at 228.
2 pounds?
Check this out. So that is 4.5, so that's 5, that's 7. And then, whoa, Marjolaine, that's 9.5. And then Shannon, that's 8.
Hey, it's me. I am day 100 sick, but I'm on the mend, I hope. But anyways, I wasn't able to make it into the weigh-in this morning. I was all of a sudden randomly being sick in the bathroom, so I'm like hoping that's over, but I haven't weighed in, so I'm going to right now. Here we go. Okay, wakey wakey. Okay, 245.8. I'll take that. I mean, a lot of it was water and soup. So now I'm trying to figure out how to get back into the real world of eating again. So, slow and steady wins the race.